When embarking on the wonderful world of quantitative method, you will need one thing: cold hard data. In this screencast, I will show you how to find hard data using the internet when researching a topic. This aspect of quantitative method is very narrow. The data will not show you the why or the behavior behind people's choices or searches, but it's a good starting point to gather information that will lead you to a more accurate conclusion. I'll be going over a few useful websites that will show you helpful data from um, specific social media sites and their Google searches. Featured in the EPUB is an example of quantitative data for a local Phoenix nonprofit organization called 1 in 10. 1 in 10 is a youth outreach organization that helps at-risk LGBTQ, meaning lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and questioning youth in Arizona when dealing with their sexuality and coming out. I'll begin this screencast of 1 in 10's social media use, since that's a little bit more of the focus in the EPUB, with their Facebook page. Their Facebook page is the main social media platform 1 in 10 uses to reach donors, to reach members, and to reach volunteers. I am actually an admin on their page. That way I'm able to show you their insights. And a Facebook insight is a great place to see exactly how many people are liking your page, how many people are sharing your information, etc. So we'll begin by looking at the page, and it's very generic, straightforward. Everything they have are picture. They post pictures, they post links to events, links to videos, and that sort of thing to garner an audience. We'll begin by looking at how many people actually like their page. 3,019 people like their page, and we want to see exactly who these people are. So right here, it shows you that 41% of likes come from females, and they fall in the age range of 25 to 34 mainly, with 13%. And 54 males are looking at the page, which is a little bit more than female, in the same age range. If you continue to go down, we'll see that you can see how many people are looking at the page and liking the page. Actually, I take that back. They're liking the page, not just looking at it, through countries, cities, and languages. And that's just a helpful tip of looking exactly where people are looking at, and why people in Los Angeles are looking at the page, and people in other places that aren't Arizona looking at the page. If you continue to go down, where the likes come from, that's a very important part and useful to your quantitative research, because this shows you a little bit more of the behavior behind the likes. So 31 people in the month of November liked the page from the admins. So if I posted something on Facebook or shared it and they liked it through me, that's what it means. 10 people liked it from recommendations. So if someone posted something or someone recommended the page, 10 people liked it. 7 people actually came to the page and purposely found 1 in 10 and liked it. 5 found it through their mobile phone or mobile device. 4 people found it through third-party applications, meaning it was posted on another website or that type of thing. And that's just a good way of seeing where people are looking to find the Facebook page. So now we know that mainly the page is liked because of the actual admins inviting people, rather than people searching for 1 in 10. This section of Facebook Insights is about what people are saying about 1 in 10. It shows you, again, the demographics and location of people talking about 1 in 10. It shows you great graphs, and this just gives you an idea of people sharing the events or sharing the likes or sharing the videos you post and looking at it. To summarize Facebook Insights, it's a great starting place to find data and actual numbers to figure out why or how people are looking at your page. Now let's move on to Twitter, which is 1 in 10's second most used social media platform. They have 1,440 followers. So it's a decrease in number compared to how many likes there are on Facebook, but it's kept daily, and they post a lot of things on Twitter that they don't post on Facebook. So we can look at what type of links compared to the links posted on Facebook get more hits. So if they post a link on AIDS Phoenix Walk on their Facebook page, and they post another link on, for example, an AIDS video talking about the Phoenix Walk, which is a little bit different, it may get more views. So you can see the type of media and which media is better to use for their page to get more page views and to get more likes on their page. There are some great websites out there that show you exactly what's going on Twitter and should give you an idea of their influence in the internet. The first website we're going to look, it's called Twitalizer, and I've actually already put in the data for Twitter. You just have to put their Twitter name or the other Twitter name, and it breaks it down very nicely for you. It gives you background on 1 in 10 and everything they post in their About section. It gives you great key measures and metrics. So for example, Twitalizer measures the impact that your Twitter has on the internet. So it says it has, in the last 30 days, they give you a 1.3% of impact. And they classify 1 in 10 as an everyday user, which is true. They tweet every day, multiple times per day. And it gives you a great recommendation saying that there is a small circle of influence that has a great potential. So if you make more conversation with other organizations and retweet them and at them or like or just find their fans and mention them, that will increase your influence. Which is what this website is measuring. So it's a great place to kind of look how 1 in 10 is looking in Twitterverse, you could say. The next one we're gonna look at, it's called Retweet Trink. Retweet Trink. I hope I'm saying it correctly. We did the same thing. We typed in 1 in 10, and it shows you the basic same thing about me, about 1 in 10, followers, people following, etc. But this gives you all of the retweets that 1 in 10 has had in the past, in its entire existence. So you can keep going to other pages. In this case, you actually have to log in to your Twitter to see everything rather than just a tidbit of it. And I don't have access to their Twitter anymore. But if I did, we would go to older and you could see more. But this is a great place of showing you people who have retweeted 1 in 10 and they've they've added their Twitter name to their message. So just a great way of keeping track of who's retweeting you and what type of retweets are coming back. For example, there's a lot of Adam Lambert. I don't know if a lot of you are familiar, but Adam Lambert is a singer. He didn't win American Idol, but he came second and he became very popular. And after he came second on American Idol, he came out as a gay man. And 1 in 10 had a great connection with him, and he loved the organization, and has retweeted them back and forth, and a conversation was created over a year ago with him and his people, and his fans are crazy about 1 in 10, so they retweet them. And so it's just a great place, again, to create conversation and get your Twitter name out there, and um, hopefully get more fans. The next one we're going to go to is called social mention. Social mention looks at the entire spectrum. It doesn't look only Twitter. It looks at Facebook and other places where 1 in 10 may be mentioned. And it's just a nice way of looking at everything that's been posted. It gives you good data, which you can look over here, of 96 retweets total. Last mention was 7 hours. So it's just a way of measuring or getting an idea of what's going on with your Twitter account or the Twitter account of whomever you're looking at. This is where the important information is shown. It shows you sentiment, people having positive comments toward 1 in 10. It's great that the negative is very low, which is what you want to have, because you want to have a great image out in the world of the internet. Here are all your keywords, key users, which is extremely important to know who's retweeting, who's liking the Facebook page, who are the people who are constantly out there speaking of 1 in 10. Here are the top hashtags and sources. This is very, very useful to your quantitative research, because it shows you and it gives you exact numbers of where people are connecting with you and connecting with your organization. In this case, StumbleUpon is huge. So people are probably looking for youth in Phoenix or at-risk youth, and they're finding 1 in 10. So social mention, again, is another great website that gives you a little bit of an overall view of your organization, gives you great hard data that you can extract and later interpret. The last place we'll be looking at is Google Insights. Google Insights is everything people have searched for in a specific keyword in Google, and it gives you all of that information. So let's start by typing 1 in 10, which is the name of the organization, and filter everything, web search. Let's bring it down to United States, in Arizona, and we'll keep it in all metros. We'll do the last year and keep it all categories just to see what comes up. So now that we have the results, we can see that there isn't enough volume to show data. So people aren't searching for 1 in 10, and they're not really looking for it. But if we look for another keyword in 1 in 10, or 1 in 10 is about LGBTQ youth, we can try that and see what comes up in Arizona. Again, nothing comes up. Let's narrow it down a little bit more to Phoenix and see what comes up when you search that. Again, nothing's coming up. So this is a great place where, if you're making a recommendation, to tell your organization that either your SEOs aren't strong enough, or people aren't just looking for the organization. So it's very important to find, to have both datas of people looking for you on Facebook, on Twitter, etc. Let's try one more before we wrap up this screencast. Let's look for 1 in 10's Twitter. Again, nothing's coming up. So it's just a good place to start. Again, quantitative data comes from a lot of places, and you're looking at many factors. And using the internet is just one way of finding and understanding behaviors. So if we're doing a quantitative study on social media, we have great resources to help out with in that aspect of whatever you're searching for. So I hope you enjoyed this screencast and you found it helpful. I hope you enjoy our EPUB and continue to understand and learn about quantitative method.